Bigfoot, also commonly referred to as Sasquatch, is an ape-like cryptid alleged by cryptozoologists to inhabit the forests of North America. Dubious evidence has been offered to prove Bigfoot's existence by enthusiasts, including anecdotal claims of sightings, alleged video and audio recordings, hair samples, photographs, and casts of large footprints. Some of this evidence was later discovered to be hoaxes or misidentification, and scientists do not find any of the remaining evidence compelling. Tales of wild, hairy humanoids exist throughout the world, and such creatures appear in the folklore of North America, including the mythologies of indigenous people. Bigfoot is an icon within the fringe pseudoscience of cryptozoology, and an enduring element of popular culture. Mainstream scientists have historically discounted the existence of Bigfoot, considering it to be the result of a combination of folklore, misidentification, and hoax, rather than a living animal. Folklorists trace the phenomenon of Bigfoot to a combination of factors and sources including indigenous cultures, the European wild man figure, and folk tales. Wishful thinking, a cultural increase in environmental concerns, and overall societal awareness of the subject have been cited as additional factors. Other creatures of relatively similar descriptions are alleged to inhabit various regions throughout the world, such as the skunk ape of the southeastern United States, the Almas, Yeren, and Yeti in Asia, and the Australian Yowie, all of which are also ingrained in the cultures of their regions. The skunk ape is a cryptid ape-like creature alleged by cryptozoologists to inhabit forests and swamps in the southeastern United States, perhaps most prominent in the state of Florida. The alleged creature is also commonly referred to as the Florida Bigfoot, and is often compared to, synonymous with, or called the cousin of Bigfoot, a prominent subject within North American popular culture. Many dubious articles have been presented in an attempt to prove the skunk ape's existence, including anecdotal sightings, disputed photographs, audio and video recordings, and casts of large footprints. The majority of mainstream scientists have historically discounted the existence of the skunk ape, considering it to be the result of a combination of folklore, misidentification, and hoax, rather than a living animal. The skunk ape has permeated into the popular culture of the southern United States, especially in Florida. In Caucasian folklore, an Almas, Alma or Almasti, is a cryptid, folk creature said to inhabit the Caucasus, Tian and Pamir mountains of Central Asia and the Altai mountains of western Mongolia. The Yeren, Chinese, wild man, is a cryptid ape-man reported to inhabit remote, mountainous regions of China, most famously in the Shennongji forestry district in the Hubei province. Sightings of hairy men have remained constant since the Warring States period circa 340 BCE through the Tang dynasty, 618 to 907 CE, before solidifying into the modern legend of the Yeren. Generally, they are described as savage, strong, and fast-moving, living in mountain caves and descending only to raid villages for food or for people to wed or rape. Scientific interest in such ape-men erupted in the 1950s and 60s in conjunction with pseudoscientific discoveries relating to Bigfoot and the Yeti, but pressure by the Maoist government to leave behind these kinds of legends and folk stories repressed further interest in the Yeren until its dissolution in 1976. Afterwards, large expeditions were launched by the Chinese Academy of Sciences to investigate alleged eyewitness accounts, footprints, hairs, and bodies as Yeren fever took hold, with scientists working with an unprecedented reliance on citizen science. The Yeren was often speculated to be a far-removed human relative, such as Gigantopithecus or Paranthropus robustus. All forwarded evidence of the creature originated from known animals, namely bears, monkeys, and gibbons, and scientific interest waned by the late 1980s. Nonetheless, organized Yeren research still persists, though no serious scientific institutions recognize such ape-men. The creature has become an artistic icon of wildness and nature, and was used in the wake of the Cultural Revolution to challenge sexually restrictive and egalitarian ideals, as well as to address deforestation and other environmental issues in China. The Yeti is an ape-like creature purported to inhabit the Himalayan mountain range in Asia. In Western popular culture, the creature is commonly referred to as the abominable snowman. Many dubious articles have been offered in an attempt to prove the existence of the Yeti, including anecdotal visual sightings, disputed video recordings, photographs, and plaster casts of large footprints. Some of these are speculated or known to be hoaxes. Folklorists trace the origin of the Yeti to a combination of factors including Sherpa folklore and misidentified fauna such as bear or yak. The Yeti is commonly compared to Bigfoot of North America, as the two subjects often have similar physical descriptions. Yowie is one of several names for an Australian folklore entity that is reputed to live in the outback. The creature has its roots in Aboriginal oral history. In parts of Queensland, they are known as quinkin, or as a type of quinkin, and as jugarbina. In parts of New South Wales they are called gindring, Jirawara, Mingoin, Putikn, Doolaga, Gulaga and Toolagal. Other names include Yaroma, Nukuna, Wai, Pangkalangu, Jimbra and Jangara. Yowie-type creatures are common in Aboriginal Australian legends, particularly in the eastern Australian states.